Up next on Illinois Lawmakers, Deputy Senate Republican Leader Rezin of Morris. Welcome back to the program.
Well, thank you for having me.
We're here a couple of weeks ahead of the scheduled adjournment. I believe it's May 24th. You actually have till May 31st to actually pass a budget and the like. What are you hearing in the Senate Republican caucus about where these budget discussions are maybe just even getting underway now?
Well, the budget discussion is just getting underway. We have finally just been asked to participate in the meetings, and we only have a couple weeks left to put a budget together. But we have been very clear that the Illinois Senate Republicans are prioritizing the citizens of the state of Illinois, as opposed to the governor, who has proposed in his State of the Budget address that he would increase taxes and fees over $1 billion to help fund some of the programs that are his priority in his agenda, such as non-citizens.
The fate of that extra $1 billion in spending that the governor wants is in question at the moment because Deputy Governor Andy Menard has sent a letter to state agency officials that if some of those revenue enhancements like the sports book betting increase don't happen, they may be looking at $800 million in cuts to agency grants and discretionary spending.
Mm-hmm. And that's a concern to us. So the governor has increased spending, government spending, since he's been in office by 30%. By increasing fees and taxes in order to balance your budget is not something that we support, and we've been very vocal about we need to live within our means to make sure that we don't have to go back to the departments to cut their funding. Many of these departments are providing safety net services at a very difficult time for many citizens in the state of Illinois.
At the same time that we're talking about these budgetary pressures, there are others. The mayor of Chicago was here. He's asking for another $1 billion in funding for mainly the Chicago public schools. How was his trip received here?
Well, you know, I can tell you the reason that he's asking for another $1 billion for his schools is because the CPS Chicago public schools are in Tier 2, which means they have more property wealth. They can afford to put more money into their school systems. Currently, there are 400 schools that are Tier 1 schools. They are the poorest of the poor in terms of property income who rely on state funding. They should be receiving more money for their school districts ahead of the Chicago public school system.
As we look to other issues that you're working on this session, the Safe Screens, Healthy Minds initiative has about 3 different parts to it. What is the basis of the program?
So Safe Screens, Healthy Minds is a program that I've been working on for the past year. As a parent, I'm very concerned about the negative impact that social media has on our minors. And I'm concerned about how the algorithms are written to addict the minors to the social media platform in order to collect data. Data is the most important thing that the social media giants collect money off of by selling advertising, by selling their data to other people. So the longer that these companies can keep the minors on their platform, the more data they collect. Now what happens? We've seen a huge increase in mental health problems, anxiety. We've seen increase in anxiety. We've seen an increase in minors taking their lives because of their inability to handle the content that they're seeing but hadn't requested.
A key component of this is actually making sure that when they design these programs that they're age appropriate from the very beginning, correct?
And that's my several bills that I have that make sure that the people on these platforms are age verified, right? There's oftentimes you have adults that are looking on these platforms and grooming minors, but they're posing as minors. So we need age verification, we need data protection, protect our data, and we need the ability to be in control of our data.
Senator, thanks very much for your time on Illinois Lawmakers. We certainly appreciate that. Deputy Senate Republican Leader Rezin of Morris.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.